let's talk about a real world example. I know you mentioned the Elizabeth, New Jersey folks out there. I don't know if that's the one you want to use, but let's kind of bring this to life by giving folks a real world example of how this has worked and how successful it has been.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have a few stories queued up for you, Don, and most of them actually align with what I've been saying. Are the benefits of drone as a first responder. I will tell the very first success story that we saw, which was an immediate benefit from this program in Elizabeth, New Jersey. On the second day of deployments, they got a call of lewdness. So there was lewdness happening outside of a school as kids were leaving the school around 3 o'clock, which is just terrible.
Yeah.
Drone arrives on scene. The typical response on that, without a drone, what are you supposed to do? You lights and sirens, you pull up and you stop him. All he has to do is stop what he's doing, and more likely than not, nothing is going to happen. What we were able to do, we got the drone on scene. We got a live video of what he was doing. We circled
Yikes.
around.
That would
Yeah.
not have been fun to watch, by the way. I was a
Yeah.
prosecutor for the Air Force, and there are like images emblazoned in my memory that I will never ever unsee. And that's one that I wouldn't want to see. But for evidence purposes, it's crucial.
Crucial. I don't want to see it either.
Yep.
So circled around, got the license plate. Clear as day, we know exactly what the license plate number is. Description of the car. Officers were responding, but they hadn't arrived on scene yet. Car starts to pull away. Drone follows the car and directs officers to a great place to arrest him. Officers pull him over. We provide overwatch while the arrest is happening. Everyone's safe. Arrest, evidence. It was a very, very good situation. We put away a person who you shouldn't be doing that.
Well,
So
I'm telling,
huge
just
step.
from a prosecutor's perspective, that's a dream for me to be able to have a video that I could show a judge or a jury, that not only shows the act during commission, but then the context of the car, the actual license plate. And I imagine, because I know we always get incidental collection when we do things, right? Just the surrounding area of the school. There's probably kids walking by. Like, I mean, you can't get better than that. And that was like on day two of them using that. That's amazing. So
Day two.
you've got some others teed up, you said.
Yeah, and it was actually a mother of a child who called that 911 call in. This person had been doing it for like a month, and we
Good
finally caught him.
Lord.
Yeah, terrible. So that was a awesome success very early on in that program. Another one that they had, it was about maybe 6 weeks ago, they had an active shooter call come in. Active shooter call comes in, immediate drone response. That's what it's for, rapid response, get there on scene. When an active shooter call comes in, all of the resources in Elizabeth flood straight to that scene. Every available officer, everybody goes straight there. Stop or neutralize the threat. Drone goes, searches for the suspect, isn't able to find him. Perimeter's set up, everybody's on scene, but it's 6 o'clock on a Thursday. The calls for service don't stop coming in. Other people still need assistance while all of these officers are effectively dealing with the active shooter who's out there assisting with all of the other calls.
Right.
So they actually used the drone to not necessarily clear the calls, well, they did clear calls, but to respond to priority 2, priority 3 calls to see if there was a response needed, right? So if I can't remember any specifics of calls came in, but they would send the drone, either clear it or assign an officer to go and handle the call. So that's a really good example of a rapid response to a serious threat, and then pulling back and actually being more of a call clearing and resource allocation asset.